What if I told you there's a place where a single day lasts longer than an entire year? Where it rains diamonds, the silence is total, and a spoonful of star would weigh more than a mountain? You don't need science fiction for any of this. It's all real. It's all out there right now. And by the end of this video, the night sky is going to look completely different to you. Here are 9 space facts that sound fake, but are 100% true. Stick around, because number 3 genuinely shouldn't be possible. Number 9. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Let's start close to home. Venus is almost Earth's twin in size, but it spins so slowly that one full rotation takes about 243 Earth days. Here's the twist. Venus loops all the way around the Sun in just 225 days. Do the math, and it means a single day on Venus is actually longer than its entire year. Imagine waking up and your birthday arrives before lunch is over. Oh, and it spins backwards. On Venus, the sun would rise in the west and set in the east. But that's nothing compared to what's falling from the sky on our next planet. Number 8. It rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Deep inside Neptune and Uranus, the pressure is so crushing that it tears methane apart and squeezes the leftover carbon into solid diamonds. Scientists believe these gems form high in the atmosphere and then rain down for thousands of miles toward the core. We're not talking sparkly little flecks either. Some models suggest diamonds the size of icebergs. A planet-sized treasure chest, and not one we can ever open. Which brings up a strange question. What does space actually sound like? The answer is nothing at all. Number 7. Space is completely silent. On Earth, sound travels by vibrating the air. But space is a near-perfect vacuum. There's almost nothing to carry the vibration. So if a star exploded right next to you, you'd see the blast and hear absolutely nothing. No screams, no explosions, no roar of a rocket. The most violent events in the universe happen in total, eerie silence. Now, ready for the one that breaks people's brains? Number 6. There's a giant reservoir of water floating in space. We spend fortunes hunting for water on Mars. Meanwhile, far across the universe, astronomers found a cloud of water vapor wrapped around a distant quasar. And it holds about 140 trillion times all the water in Earth's oceans. It's one of the biggest reservoirs of water ever discovered, and the light from it has been traveling for over 12 billion years. So the next time someone says space is dry and empty, they couldn't be more wrong. Number 5. A teaspoon of neutron star weighs 1 billion tons. This is number 5, and it's the one I promised would break your brain. When a giant star dies, its core can collapse into a neutron star, an object so dense that it crams more mass than our sun into a ball the size of a city. How dense is that? 1 teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh around 1 billion tons. That's a single spoonful weighing more than every human on Earth combined, many times over. And these objects can spin hundreds of times every second. Let that sink in, then look up, because our next fact is about something you can see tonight. Number 4. The footprints on the moon will last millions of years. Back in 1969, astronauts left their footprints in the moon's dust. On Earth, footprints vanish in hours, wind, rain, tides. But the moon has no atmosphere, no wind, and no liquid water to erase them. So those footprints are still there right now, perfectly preserved, and they could survive for millions of years. A frozen photograph of one of humanity's greatest moments, just sitting on the surface. Number 3. The Sun is 99.86% of the entire solar system. We call Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, and the rest the solar system. But here's a humbling fact. If you weighed everything in the solar system, the Sun alone would be about 99.86% of all of it. Every planet, every moon, every asteroid and comet combined, that's the leftover crumbs, barely a rounding error. We're not really living in a system of planets. We're living inside the empire of one enormous star. Number 2. You could fit every planet between the Earth and the Moon. The Moon feels close, right? It's the brightest thing in our night sky. But the gap between Earth and the Moon is bigger than you think. About 384,000 kilometers. In fact, if you lined up Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune side by side, all 7 would fit in that space, with room to spare. The next time you glance at the moon, picture every other planet stacked neatly in between. That's how much empty room is hiding up there. Number 1. There are more stars than grains of sand on Earth. And number 1. Grab a handful of sand at the beach and try to imagine counting every grain on every beach and every desert on the entire planet. An impossible number, right? Well, astronomers estimate there are more stars in the observable universe than there are grains of sand on all of Earth. And around many of those stars are planets we'll never name. Some of them may, at this very moment, have something looking back up, wondering the exact same thing we are. Close, so silent exploding stars, oceans bigger than galaxies, and footprints that outlive civilizations. The universe is so much stranger than it looks from your backyard. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these actually surprised you the most? Drop the number in the comments. I read them. And if your brain feels a little bigger than it did 9 facts ago, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we've got a whole universe left to explore. Until next time, keep looking up.